Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. My name's Dylan and thank you so much for coming by. This is a crazy time that we're in, I know. Trust me, we're gonna get through it. We're gonna do our best. It might not be pretty, but we're gonna get through it and I'm here with you. You're not alone. Today's video, guys, we're talking about money. We're talking about how Uber is giving out drivers their paid sick leave finally for a while, and this is so messed up that Uber actually has been denying people their money, their paid sick leave money. But I guess there was a gentleman, he knows who his name's Gary, he's been talking to me. I'm actually gonna give him a call really quick. I'm gonna see if he answers. And he told me that he got his paid sick leave from Uber. He tested negative for the virus, so you don't even need to be positive. And he figured out a way to get the money, and so I'm gonna share that with you guys, and I'm gonna ask him his story. So yeah, basically, first and foremost, I'm just gonna sync up my phone here and tell you how the paid sick leave works for Uber. This is from Uber's website, guys. This is on Uber's website. They go, supporting you during this time, blah blah blah. I can't say that word because I don't want to get demonetized. This was on March 18th. Yeah, so blah blah blah. So what is Uber's financial assistance policy? We will provide you with financial assistance for up to 14 days if you actively drive or deliver with Uber and get diagnosed or are personally placed in quarantine by a public health authority. So what does this mean, guys? Firstly, as we all know, it's almost impossible to get tested around here, or if you do, you gotta go wait in line at a public place, and I mean, who wants to even possibly get exposed to it while getting a test? I mean, it's almost pointless. And most people who call up the doctor, and I know this from speaking to doctors, is that even if you call up a doctor right now and tell them that you have symptoms, they're just gonna tell you to stay home. You're not even gonna go in and get a test necessarily. So so you could, and we also know from public health authorities and the government that even if you are asymptomatic, you could still have it, and so you could be placed under quarantine. My friend, she was placed under quarantine with 0 symptoms at all. She was placed under quarantine for 14 days because she was exposed to somebody with it. And I don't know if she ever got it or not, but whatever it was the case, she was still under quarantine even though she never got it. So here we go. What are the criteria? They go, you're diagnosed, okay, easily enough. You have it, you're gonna get the money. But if you don't have it, number 2, you are placed in an individual quarantine by a public health authority. What's a public health authority? A doctor, or I don't know, your insurance, your health insurance company, or somebody who, a nurse, I don't know, somebody who works at your doctor's office. Number 3, you're personally asked by a public health authority or a licensed medical provider. Yeah, okay, whatever. You guys know what I'm saying. A medical provider, your doctor's office, to self-isolate due to your risk of spreading it. And again, guys, many doctors agree, health experts around the world, at least Dr. Fauci, all the guys who are on the news, everybody agrees that you can still spread it for, up to 14 days, even if you have no symptoms at all. And then you could get symptoms, and for that whole time when you're out and about thinking, oh, I'm super healthy, I'm running around living my normal life, you could be spreading it to others. That's why it's so dangerous. Medical providers know that, so they could tell you to self-isolate due to your risk of spreading it. You need a note from your doctor basically telling you to self-isolate. How much is drivers getting? It's gonna be basically an average of your earnings over the past 6 months daily, and then they're gonna multiply it by 14, I guess. Every eligible driver in the US will receive a minimum payment of $50 even if they have only done 1 trip. The minimum payment will differ by country. How do drivers and delivery people who believe they're eligible for this financial assistance claim it? Right here, guys, you can submit documentation here. So yeah, you can literally click this link, and what documentation is Uber requiring? Well, I already talked documentation from a licensed medical provider or public health authority telling you to self-isolate, blah, blah, blah. When will drivers receive it if they're found eligible? 2 to 5 business days. How long do eligible drivers and delivery, like, they don't, I swear, guys, Uber does not want drivers to know all this information. So, and I even called up and I told them, even though I didn't have a note, I basically asked them, where do you send it? And they sent me this link, and it was like, I couldn't even, it took me so long to find this here link. Like, literally, they don't even want drivers to know. It's so, like, hidden right here, but this is the link here. It's crazy, guys. Like, they don't want you to know this information, but here, I'm sharing it. And I mean, if you guys want me, I can just leave this link right here. I'm just gonna copy it. Look how long this link is, guys. I'm gonna pin this link in the comments section so you guys can submit your documentation here. It needs to be a doctor's note saying that you are self-isolating to stop the spread of it. So really quickly, I'm going to show you a screenshot of a gentleman who tested negative, and again, I'm gonna call him in a second, but he sent me this screenshot and he got $1,622.10, and it says miscellaneous payment, and then he sent me a follow-up, and look at it. It even has the allocation right here that he got it, and this is what he got last week. So again, I'm gonna call him really quick and have him share his story. So let me try to give him a call really quick. All right, guys, so I have Gary on here right now. Say what's up, Gary.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Thank you so much for coming on this video right here too. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. No problem at all.
So if you could just, I mean, obviously you don't have to share anything you're not comfortable with, but I was just telling them that drivers can get the paid sick leave from Uber, even if they test negative, but basically I kind of wanted to hear your story because you got the money, and I want to share this with other drivers too.
Okay, I'll tell you kind of how all this went for me. Basically, I got the call the afternoon of March the 12th that I had to basically come home. I had to basically turn in my Uber car and get back to the property, or get back to the facility within a certain amount of time. So I only had a matter of maybe a few hours to do that and get back to the house to report for the quarantine. Immediately I stopped what I was doing and started going on to Uber and trying to make the arrangements to receive the payment. That's easier said than done, okay? I mean, you all know the challenges of dealing with Uber. You know what it's like sometimes to have to deal with them directly via this answering message system or their email, the way they correspond. Now, mind you, I enjoy driving for Uber. I don't have anything bad to say about them as a whole.
Yeah.
But I think in the beginning they should have been just a little bit more clear.
Oh yeah.
On how they were going to disperse this money to the drivers. I stopped everything I was doing and I went directly on to Uber and started making those arrangements, trying to get that information, or trying to submit the information that I needed to submit. Now, I told you it's easier said than done. I mean that. I worked back and forth. I went back and forth with Uber for 3 weeks.
Yeah, crazy.
To try to get this money, okay?
It almost seems like they don't want drivers to know how to do it.
You know, I don't know that they wanted to even pay drivers.
Yeah.
To be quite honest, it wasn't easy. It took me, like I said, a long time.
It took me a long time because I was on call with them yesterday trying to figure out where even to send the document. I couldn't even find that, and then they sent me that link, and then it was like hidden in that long you know, basically that article that they wrote, and it just was like I couldn't find it. So that's when I reached out to you and I was like, where do you even send it? And then I'm putting that link on the video for people to see, but so once you sent in that note and they denied you, didn't you tell me randomly it just...
Emails.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got 2 emails saying that I was declined, saying that I did not meet their guidelines. This is kind of where the ball changed for me. I have learned through experience that if you're not getting where you want to go with a company, you go to the source, okay? And if you can't get anything done there, you go to the next best thing, and that's the local media. I went to the local media here in Dallas, and I said, I basically laid my story right out there. I said, look, this is my situation.
Yeah.
Okay? This is where I live. I'm not going to mention that right here, but
yeah,
this is my story. This is what Uber has offered to provide for Uber drivers. Mind you, I've only been driving for roughly 4 months.
4 months, yeah.
That's regardless of that really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you're a driver and you can provide documentation of yourself, of you being either one, diagnosed, and or be asked to quarantine by a medical provider or health department or whatever.
Yeah.
I decided that I was gonna go over their head, not trying to be ugly about it. I just wanted to get paid.
And just to be clear, like you tested negative, right?
I did.
Yeah, so yeah.
I have a letter from the hospital when they tested me for pneumonia that said that I was negative.
So sorry to cut you off, but what do you recommend to drivers who what's the easiest way for them to get the money? Even if, I mean, I was trying to say that even if you do have symptoms, most doctors right now don't even want you to come in. They just tell you to stay home. So
you don't need to go in. You don't need to go in. You just contact your local doctor. Tell them your situation. They either probably already know what your situation is,
yeah,
or they already know that you're in quarantine. And in my case, I didn't go to the doctor. I simply called my doctor on the phone, and I said, look, Doc, this is what I need. Can you give it to me? He faxed it over to the facility here. They brought me the copy.
And how much did you get?
I believe the maximum was about $1,700. I only got $1,622.
So $1,622, as in $1,600.22.
That's correct. I didn't get the full maximum, but never thought I would.
Yeah.
But I was happy. I was genuinely happy getting the $1,622.
Which means that when you went out and drive, like, you were averaging around $800 a week, right?
Oh no, I was averaging about
1,300 a week.
Yeah, my first week I was $722. No, I was actually, my first week was 12 something.
Oh.
Because I had 9.
So you're making like averaging over 1,000 a week.
Yeah.
So based on their thing, you should have gotten over $2,000, right? Or no?
I would have probably gotten more than that, yes, if I had been working.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I was just happy with getting...
Yeah. I mean, hey, thank you for sharing your story. I mean, this helps out drivers a lot just to paint the picture. And, I mean, I've heard the complete opposite end where drivers are getting deactivated and not getting paid, but I'm glad to hear your story about somebody who actually did get the payment.
Yeah, I did get the payment, and I have not been, as of today, I have not been deactivated. I know that's a rumor.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people out there talking about that, but I can assure you that as of today, and mind you, I got that payment Monday morning, as of Friday.
Yeah.
I have not been deactivated, and I'm happy with that.
get after it. I mean, you went all the way to the media, and I mean, you were not taking no for an answer. So I really commend you on that, and I think it's quite heroic of you to paint that picture for other people to know that they can get it too. Everyone's being ordered to self-isolate already anyway. Anyways, thank you so much for coming on the channel.
Oh, you bet. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dylan.
All right, thank you. Take care. So there you all have it. Thank you, Gary, so much for sharing your story. Again, he did get the $1,622 from Uber, and it is possible to get it. Again, I'm leaving the link down below of where to submit that documentation. Again, big shout out to Gary. I really appreciate him being transparent with his journey, and he's doing some amazing things even from his home. You know, he's reaching out and sharing a real testimony to drivers who need the money, who really do. So we're all in this together. So thank you for watching today's video. Bye, guys.